Load it though now.
I think we should do this on your telephone.
Yeah,
and
so I
then-
didn't ask for a bottle of water. I asked just for a glass of water.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, give me the bottle. Yes, thank you. It's the same.
No, it's not. You have to pay for that.
Yeah, so
I'm not paying for a bottle of water in a
you're
cafe.
not paying.
I just refuse to
Oh,
pay
sorry.
for a little bottle of water.
Can I have the glass?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's...
You look nice.
Is that ready to get a glass of water?
I would love a glass of water with ice.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, there's no way I'm paying for cafe price bottles of water. That's insane.
Why?
Because it's the same as a fucking 5 litre one in the shop. And the 5 litre one is spring water.
You're
That's
recording
That's
now?
not even spring water, yeah. Oh, it is spring water.
You cheap shit.
I am a cheap shit. I know I'm a cheap shit. I'm getting better
So,
though.
no, it's on video, so.
Yeah, I don't
There
care.
it is.
I show them everything. That's the whole point of my channel. And everyone projects over it and says I'm inauthentic, even though I show them everything. Anyway, who gives a fuck?
So, how much is this?
Well, I don't know because I never fucking buy the cunts. But I bought a 5 litre version of that. It might even be 10 or 15 litres. It's fucking massive. One of these massive ones for 24,000. So £1.10 for the viewers. I bet you're going to pay the same for that.
I don't care.
I know you don't care because you live in.
It's just money.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm a tight Arse Yorkshireman that still lives in a 3D and thinks he's real.
I used to be like this. And really in a bad way. I mean, my whole family. It's what they say about the Dutch. You
Oh,
know?
they say you're tight?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Uptight. Like.
Oh, yeah.
So my grandfather, he noticed the neighbors moving out. And there's a little basement you can go under the floor, under the walls to the next house. And he took out all the copper pipes
Why?
for the money.
Well, obviously, but why? Because they were moving out, because it was an opportunity.
So the neighbors just left. The house was empty.
Thank you so much.
And he went in there to get all the copper pipes out, sell it on the black market.
So we did it.
For just, I mean, it's just a few bucks.
Yeah.
It's more labor than profit. And he earned like a steady income. But it's just the idea that it's for free.
Yeah.
Because you know it's for free.
Yeah. So we did that as an opportunity because before the new people moved in. You mean, like, because it was empty.
Before new
for the
people,
space.
yeah. So,
Fuck me.
so the next owner, so the next rent, I don't know, some person.
Renter, yeah.
Yeah, the next
Tenant.
person who wanted to rent the place, he went in there and like, where are the fucking copper
Couldn't
pipes?
use any of the electricity
no
or
water,
anything.
no electricity, nothing. You know? I mean, who the fuck does that? Yeah, my
Your
grandfather.
fucking grandfather. Fuck me.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do anything like that. But Yorkshiremen, where I come from in England, they are, we're known for being very tight.
And probably they needed to be because of the war and all the poverty. I mean, how many men died in the First and Second World War?
A lot.
So how many women were like single mom with kids?
Yeah, sure.
So it
but,
was
but
tough.
no more in Yorkshire than anywhere else.
But everywhere in Europe, around this time, there was like people were starving,
Yeah, that does make sense.
and that's not even so long ago.
Yeah, and I think Yorkshire has never been particularly affluent. I think it might have been affluent like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but certainly not in the recent future, because it's where all the coal mines were that Maggie Thatcher shut down. And so since the 60s, Yorkshire has been very poor relatively in England.
Yeah, and if you go back into history, that's why I like the series with the Utrecht.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a TV series on, I think it's on Netflix or something like this. It's called The Lost Kingdom,
Okay.
and it's about the first English king who tries to unite
Is he black
all
though?
of England.
If he's on Netflix, he's gonna be black, right?
What?
As in, whenever the Netflix do anything about history, they make the English king black or gay or transsexual.
No.
Okay, so
But
it's like 2 years
he
ago.
is a bit of a win.
Right, yeah, there you go. Right, bro. As much as I'm enjoying this, what we're doing about this? We can't make any progress without passport photo. Is that what you're saying?
We'll get into it. After.
After what? We chat bullshit about fucking Yorkshire. It's not relevant. Mate, I'm so stressed over this. I really want to get it done.
We will.
Okay, I'll trust you.
I promise.
Okay. Keep chatting shit, man. Do you want to start a new video that's actually, you know, Jeroen's video about, you know, Bentino not being your teacher and all that?
I was first curious because you're gonna post these videos, because we're gonna make multiple videos out of this. You're gonna post these videos to which audience?
Shadow Surrender.
And
No, it's
which,
not called that anymore. It's called Spitting Wisdom now.
Spitting Wisdom.
Yeah, Spitting Wisdom.
Spitting Wisdom, yeah. Mate. That was some terrible English, British, fucked up accent. So what kind of audience are you aiming for? I mean, some of your followers, for them, I'm pretty sure it's too much.
Yes.
Everything I'm gonna spit out. And
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
wisdom I'm gonna spit out.
But
For
we're
some, it's
calling
gonna
in
be too
new
much.
followers. We're calling in new followers anyway. It doesn't matter.
All right. So, what I was thinking, maybe I could take it slow.
Yeah, that's good.
And start.
It's definitely
But then
beginners.
I have to know to start from where. So,
Well, basically-
the audience you speak to on this channel,
Yeah.
what kind of people is it?
They would class themselves as spiritual, but most of them would be like love and light, ego, still in the spiritual ego.
And they know this.
No, they're too in the spiritual ego to know this. They still hold their opinions to be true and all that, and they haven't surrendered. Most of them. Obviously, I'm speaking generally. Obviously, some of them have, but I don't think many of them are. Well, I know not many of them have surrendered or actually doing the work. They've come from my political channel, and they're just like me. Obviously, I know I'm generalizing here, but I do think that is on the majority of the case.
Yeah. So, what you shared with me yesterday, like the state you went in after listening to the
They've never been in that state.
to the meditation.
They've never been in that state.
So, to make that clear, right now, the state you went in was like what I call that you zoom out
Yeah.
of the person,
Mhm.
the personality, the one you identify with
Yeah.
from childbirth, because they put his name on you, and from then on you are Tom, and everybody calls you Tom. And I yesterday recorded the video about this whole thing, that people think this is who they are,
Yes.
and this is reality.
Yes. I think most of them believe that.
And as soon as you change your perspective, wait, this is my reality, so the Tom I see is like a totally different version than the Tom who sees the next one sees. So your audience, they all see Tom, but none of them sees Tom the way I see Tom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit apprehensive with the none of them, because there might be one or two.
No,
listening
none
to-
of them.
Well, the
Because-
way you see Tom, probably
Yeah,
not.
right,
no.
because I'm the only one.
Yeah.
I'm my own unique expression. And this is what I want to make clear to your audience. So I live in this reality where you as Tom popped up with your whole story, but there was how I experienced you. And this is something most people don't realize. They think we all live in the same reality,
Yes.
the reality.
Yes.
And if then some spiritual teacher comes along and they say the reality is this and this and this, and they start believing in it, then they're not living their reality, but they're living in a
teaching.
a
from,
taken on
Yeah,
reality.
it's coming from the mind.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if you want to already move beyond this idea of a taken on reality, because it was you or me or they who took on this reality, so it was actually a choice, maybe not a conscious choice, but it was a choice. And as soon as people start realizing this, wait, I chose this reality, that's when you become empowered. That's when you start to realize, like what you did in the last couple of days or weeks. like the huge shift you made in reality, in consciousness, like becoming fully aware. Oh wait, so then that's why you were able to have this experience.
Yes.
Because if you're so fully emerged in the the personality, you have no fucking clue what's really there,
Yeah.
what you're actually capable of.
Yeah. Right.
So the trick I tell all people, and this comes from the inquiry method, is just ask yourself a question without answering it, because it's not about the answer, but just ask yourself the question: who or what is aware of the person? Who of what is aware of Tom? Who of what is aware of the thinking? Because the thinking just goes on.
Yeah, it never stops. Still for me now, for sure.
But it happens on its own. It's not like something you can really control.
No.
You can maybe steer it a little. So with this question, who or what is aware of the thinking, immediately you step out,
Become the observer.
right? You become the observer. This is what they call the I am state.
So I feel like I was the observer for a long time before I became the I am state, but I was probably doing it from a psychological place. It was definitely still Tom.
You already are the I am. This is why people get stuck in the spiritual belief system, because as soon as they have one answer, one solid answer, one answer that's very believable, very attractive to believe, they get stuck in this. But then still you're stuck in,
Yes.
you know,
the next container.
limited.
Yeah.
So to get out is just realize, I am so many levels, and you already asked me, please explain my audience the difference between densities and dimensions. And now we're talking about realities. Like there's a reality where Tom exists as a person, and there's a reality where you can connect to, and from this reality. So it's just a point of view. That's it, basically.
Which is the same as a timeline?
Timeline is more complex, because the timeline also includes your person, your soul, your higher soul, your oversoul, your higher self.
But wouldn't all the different perspectives include those, but from different perspectives? So the oversoul's perspective, the soul's perspective, Tom's perspective.
Yeah, and then you could talk more about experiential level,
Okay, go on.
right? So a perspective could still be a point of view you take on, which is like I explained to you about the crutch.
Yes, but that's
Yeah.
only going to come from Tom, right? A point of view.
Which I see a lot of happen a lot when I tell them, okay, listen, you're like threefold. So you're the person, there's the soul, and there's the self, capital S. And they want to know their soul's purpose. Why am I here on earth? Why did I incarnate? Why? What did I choose?
From the person point of view, you mean?
But then you can only watch the soul from the self perspective,
Which is the same as I am?
which is just a little further ahead of I am, just a
Right.
little more tuned into the God state.
So I don't think I've got there.
I don't know.
Well, who knows where I went in that meditation? It was either self or I am.
But what happens a lot is when people, they fake it. The person, the ego says, now I can see the soul, and they were looking from the soul.
Yeah, I don't think
And they're
I've
not
done
looking
that.
from the self. So what I recommend everybody to do is like watch Bentinho videos, for example, of Muji or Eckhart Tolle is a great one. They all speak and they all point to the same system, the same thing. Stop identifying yourself with your name,
Yeah.
your occupation, your gender, whatever. Stop, identify it.
So other than in that meditation, I don't think I'm coming from a soul perspective yet. I still think I'm coming from Tom with an intellectual understanding of the soul perspective.
I think that happened afterwards. Because you went into this other mode of being, right? You went into another state of being.
Yeah,
It just
definitely.
happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you opened yourself to the guided meditation.
Yeah.
And I know from his meditations, he goes into this state, transmits it like a radio signal, and his signal is so strong that your natural vibration will also start to vibrate in that same state.
Okay.
This is what teachers do.
Yes.
This is what hypnotists do. This is what narcissists do.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because you can use the positive and negative.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
But since then, whilst I'm just going to say gone to another level of consciousness because I don't know what language to really use, as in I'm having a deeper experience and I'm less attached to self, I'm definitely still Tom. I'm not reacting to fear as much and stuff like that.
Let's say Tom is still there as well.
Tom is still there as well. Yeah.
He is also watching.
Yeah, it's much better. Right, yeah,
And he has
yeah.
these crazy ideas, and I see that so many times when I did this, like I explained, I had this class, this group, I called it mindfulness with double O, because it's about how the mind fools us. And even when I did this guided meditation, there still was so much ego and so on. And
In you or the people?
No, in the people. And then of course they triggered me because they tried to get me at their level because I was way up there. Yeah, please come down because I can't understand you. You can, but you just have to step up a level. Huh? But that's difficult for most people because
Yes.
as soon as you step out of the personality, you start seeing the personality. When you look in the mirror and you look long enough, you start seeing. Yeah.
I'm very addicted to being victims as well. Like this was my journey. Like I was addicted to being a victim. It was all I knew. It was, and you could call that personality as well. But essentially, it's a victim culture that everyone's addicted to. Woe is me.
So that's the next level of understanding what the ego is. So the way I see ego is we have a higher self, a normal self, and a lower self. And the lower self is all about survival. That's where the ego comes from.
Okay.
It's your gut feeling sometimes.
Yeah. It's all
when
in my
you're
gut. Yeah.
when you're scared shitless, you feel it in the gut,
Yeah.
or sometimes like a knot in your stomach, like whoa.
Yeah.
That's fear. This comes from the lower self,
Which we're also classing as ego.
which you can classify as ego. I mean, I don't like the ego story so much anymore because it comes from this psychologist, psychiatrist. What's his name?
Freud.
I think Freud, but Freud
Carl
also he got it from Jung, I think.
I think didn't Jung come after Freud?
One of the two, but there was one even
Carl Jung-
before that.
Carl Jung took Freud's work and I would say transformed it to a whole new level.
So they talk about the ego, the superego,
That's Freud and the id.
and the id.
That's
Yeah,
Freud.
yeah.
But Carl
And
Jung,
I don't
Carl
like
Jung
this.
added all the archetypes.
Right, yeah. So then the archetypes made it way more clear.
Yeah.
Because you can experience it.
Yeah.
And the other was more like a concept.
Yeah.
And what I don't like about the ego concept is it makes it way too fucking complicated because it's basically just one thing, your lower self.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's much easier to understand. Like my lower self is based on survival. It's based on fear. It's based on shame and guilt and this is where people, I mean, it's uncomfortable, but they're so used to it.
Yeah, it becomes comfort.
So it becomes comfort.
Yeah,
because
totally,
it's
yeah.
really uncomfortable to get out of it.
Yeah.
Out of your comfort zone feels really uncomfortable at first.
Experienced that, yeah.
At first.
Yeah, it's petrifying. So much easier to. I used to say the sentence like, "Oh, I'm just going to give up and I'm just going to give up on life" was the sentence, and basically that meant I'm going to smoke and masturbate, smoke weed and masturbate, and it was that transition. It was that like it's easier, even though this makes me depressed. Even though it makes me depressed, it's easier than being in silence and peace. Because I didn't know peace, and peace was scary.
Do you know why?
because I'd never experienced it, and I was used to being manic. But I'm sure you're going to give a better answer.
Well, what do you think happened in the past, like in the Middle Ages, when you stepped into your freedom mode?
You got killed.
I don't know the English word. In Dutch, literally translated, it's called bird free, and it means like you're no longer part of the system, you're no longer part of society, and then you're just, you're on your own, which meant a certain death. Because on your own in the Middle Ages you would not survive because of the robbers and
Yeah.
So there's this deep remembrance. If I step into my freedom, I'm gonna die.
So when you say remembrance, you're referring to past lives, though, are you?
Yeah, but we don't. Most people don't remember their past life consciously.
Yeah, but
It's
comes through
in
the
their
energy
system,
Yeah.
right? And it's not so much in the physical system, because this is then you get then it's about trauma. That gets stored in our physical system, in your physical body. Trauma release is usually physical at first, and then emotional. Because this is more like a remembrance in your soul. Your soul remembers this past life.
So the soul still has fear then, in that case.
The soul has memories.
Memories. Oh, then the body can translate that into a fear vibration.
And the body will react to this memory.
Right, got you. Yeah.
As if like.
Yeah. That's exactly how it feels. Well, I think that's a very good starting point, Jeroen. Do you want to carry on with this thread, or should we start another video with another subject matter?
I think this is enough for first part.
Yeah, I do as well. Well, let us know what your thoughts in the comments. What do you make of this guy? Bloody hell.